as I was sitting here listening to that music, closed my eyes, and it felt like I was in heaven with a choir of angels. And I realized we were here with a choir of angels. Thank you very, very much. Kathy, to you, to Amy, Steve, Greg, Sarah, Michelle, spouses, grandchildren, extended family, what an honor it is to be here today at this funeral for Wayne Osmond. I want to speak for a moment to the Osmond clan, and then I'll get more specific. I have the privilege of traveling the world, and on behalf of a grateful church, I want to say thank you to the Osmond family. All over the world, you've touched lives. Your 77 million albums have brought thousands, if not tens of thousands, of people into this church. A year or so ago, you remember that I spoke in general conference and told the story of my own parents who knocked on a door, and the family mentioned that they knew the Osmonds. That resulted in their baptism, and now when I had that family here, they told me that just in their own family there were 46 members of the church. One family, one contact. The Osmond name is a legacy name in this church. The Osmond name opens doors. Missionaries are invited into people's homes. The gospel is taught. The Book of Mormon is shared. If your last name is Osmond, or if your middle name is Osmond, not in a non-humble way, but in a happy way, you should let people know you're an Osmond. Because people will want to know more about you and that which George V, or whatever his would be in your ancestry, what he felt. It's remarkable. So thank you all, Osmond clan, for all you have done. And you don't even know it, to build up this, the Lord's church, and establish it throughout the world. Now I know several members of the Osmond clan. I did not know Wayne and Kathy. But there's a scripture that came to my mind during this beautiful funeral today. Matthew chapter 7, verse 20. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. I've seen Wayne and Kathy's fruits here today. And I feel like I know them now. And I'm very grateful to be here and add my testimony as another witness, Steve, to the testimony of your forebears, including your dear father. And I echo a phrase spoken by one, I think it's maybe you, Greg. Did you say that Wayne is not dead? That may shock some of the little ones here today, but Wayne is not dead. Here's the evidence of that from Spoken in Alma. This is a good verse for us to know what Wayne is doing. Now concerning the state of the soul between death and the resurrection, behold, it has been made known unto me by an angel that the spirits of all men, as soon as they are departed from this mortal body, yea, the spirits of all men and women.
As we are still remembering, the legend Wayne Osmond, who passed on, the iconic music star based in Utah, and of course part of the musical group known as the Osmond brothers, passed on last Wednesday. And of course, we saw Merrill Osmond, one of the brothers, revealing some of the details that surrounded his passing on. He said he actually suffered a stroke, and of course he prayed that he doesn't go, but it was really unfortunate to see him, going at the age of 73 years. Wayne Osmond sang with his brothers Alan, Merrill, Jay, Donny, and Jimmy, who together formed a very successful barbershop group known as the Osmonds. Wayne Osmond was born and raised in Ogden, Utah in 1951, and later had 5 children with his wife Kathlyn Louise White, according to his biography from Wikipedia. Several of Wayne Osmond's siblings have taken to social media to commemorate their brotherage. Now we saw Jay Osmond saying that throughout his life he always heard and felt the most connected to Wayne out of all his siblings. He said, "My heart is deeply saddened for the loss of my brother Wayne, and it is said that where there is great love, there is always great grief." As we part during our athletic journey, what gives me joy is to know that my brother's wings actually are in heaven, and he has earned his wings, and I can only imagine the heights he is soaring right now. Merrill also disclosed information regarding his passing on. Like I've told you, that he said he had suffered stroke, and of course then we saw the funeral and memorial service where so many people spoke, and of course so many tributes were paid from granddaughters, grandsons, and of course part of the family members, and everyone in the family gathered, and they sang a very lovely song for the legend Wayne Osmond. We are still praying for the family, praying for the friends in this very tough period, and of course we wish them well. Rest in power, King.